Hello, Aisling Mooney. I am thrilled to see you here. Absolutely thrilled to have you here with me today. This is the podcast for spiritual business owners, spiritual entrepreneurs who want to get their gifts, their healing message and gifts out into the world in a way that's sustainable, fulfilling, and of course, profitable. So you're very welcome. We're going to dive into an episode here, which is, the key around this is visibility, is being visible in your business. So many clients come to me and they're like, there's no money in the bank. I need to bring some money in quick, like yesterday. And there's so many ways that we can look at that. We can look at their offers, we can look at their marketing, we can look at how consistent they are, we can look at their messaging. But a lot of the times it's down to this core thing of being visible. And I'm going to really deep dive into this. And I'm going to start with this idea of toot your own horn. I know I've been saying that this morning before I came on. I'm like, is that not a bit rude? Anyway, toot your own horn. This is what we need to learn to do. We need to, and I have a few things written down here that I just want to read them out. You need to be your own cheerleader. You need to build your own stage, and you need to be a show off. So this is not an easy thing to do, especially if you are an introvert and you need plenty of alone time and you want to keep yourself hidden. And like many light workers, you just want to be out there doing your healing work. You don't necessarily want to be out there on stage promoting yourself. A lot of light workers that come to me as clients hate the marketing. And it's just, I try to reframe around that and explain to them that it's just about sharing. It's just about sharing your message and your gifts with the world. So take out marketing, promotion, all of that, and just get yourself into the frame of just that you just are sharing. And unless you share your healing gifts, unless you tell people what you can do, it's going to be very difficult for you to get clients. Unless you have a really amazing business and you have a great referral system. So you have and I know one of my clients has a great word of mouth referral system. So she's built up an amazing business and literally doesn't have to advertise. Clients just, she's booked up. So, by all through referrals. And that can be a great model if you can figure it out. But the majority of light workers don't have that model, and they need to be out there promoting themselves, sharing their healing gifts with the world. So these ideas of be your own cheerleader, building your own stage. So there's a couple of ways that we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about you building your own community and sharing your gifts within that community. And then being a guest in other people's communities, and this idea of being a show off. So I want you to think about the last time you went to a show and there was a compere, the MC, the hype man before the show that was literally lifting up the audience, that was hyping up the next act. And, getting you excited, getting you, oh my God, here's Aisling Mooney, Mary O'Brien, Elizabeth Murphy. I don't know. You know what I mean? That there's hype man or this show before the show to really get the audience excited about the next guest. So let's think about some big artists. Let's say Garth Brooks is coming to mind. I went to see him in concert. If you think about a big artist like that, they have their own hype men and women. They have somebody that inspires the audience, that lifts them up, that warms them up, that gets them ready. It could be a warm-up band, could be something like that. But the thing is, you have to do that for yourself. You have to be your own hype man. You have to be the person that's out there sharing and raving about your spiritual gifts. And it takes balls to, it's definitely not in my nature, and I know for a lot of light workers that this is difficult to go out there and talk about how amazing you are. Now, there are ways to do this, and I'm going to talk about some ways at the end. But I just really want you to start to think about this idea of there is, unless you are an amazing star, and every star started nowhere, in the beginning with nothing. I heard Hugh Grant recently on a podcast or something, and he said that before he was famous, he set up an email and he called it Dave, his agent. And he would say to people would say, Hugh, are you available for this date or whatever? And he'd say, I don't know, email my agent at Dave at whatever, agent.com or whatever it was. And he said it was me. So the email came to me. So I was responding, signing it off as Dave, Hugh's agent. Yeah, I think he's available for those dates or whatever. So he was his own hype man until he actually had an agent. Before he had an agent, before he had somebody promoting him, before he had somebody going, here he is. He was that person. He did it for himself. Now he created a little bit of a boundary around that made it playful and made it easier for him to, that he was receiving these emails and he was responding as Dave the agent. So at the very beginning of your business, you have to build your own stage. You have to build your own platform and create that space. So that could be your community on social media. It could be your email list. Actually, I prefer that your first port of call is to start to build your email community simply by giving them something free that's valuable for them. It could be a meditation. It could be a little mini ebook. It could be a chapter of your main book. It could be a 5-step guide to whatever it is, cranial sacral massage for to release anxiety, to reduce anxiety, something like that. Or it could be flower essences to support you through the winter. It could be meditation techniques, 5-minute meditation techniques for corporate women to help them have confidence and courage. So I don't know, but some sort of a freebie that you put out there into the world that is useful and that will help you to begin to build your email list. So you put out this freebie, people can get the freebie, the free, beautiful, valuable content by signing up to your email list. And from that email list, you can build a rapport. They become part of your community. You're going to be sending them regular emails. And they can also join your social media community, so where you're active on social media. But I just would always say to all my clients, your email is first port of call. That's where you need to be building your community first. Social media is an additional beautiful opportunity and space to bring people to your email list and to help you to help you to grow your community, but it's not the main place. Simply because you own your email list. You pay for that. You have to pay for it every month. So it's yours. You pay for something, it's yours. Social media is free. It is not yours. Do not run your business relying on social media. I have heard so many stories of clients and out there that have just lost one person. 60,000 people in a Facebook group, gone overnight. 2 experiences I had. I lost an Instagram account to 1,000, just gone, hacked. And I had a Facebook page, 3,000 followers, gone in the middle of a promotion. So you literally cannot rely on social media because it does not belong to you. It belongs to somebody else. Somebody else has the power to take that away in an instant. So it's a great addition. So it's a great space to add to your marketing, but it's definitely not where you need to be building your community. Your community, you need to build it through your email list. I have my email list hosted on Kajabi at the moment. And it's an all-around platform that we use for everything. But you need to be building your email list. And there's plenty of other platforms out there. So coming back to building your own stage. You need to build your own stage, your own hype. So a very simple way is to go and have a look at your about page on your website. If you don't have a website yet, don't freak out about this. You need a very simple website to get started. Again, we use Kajabi. I've also used Squarespace in the past, and I've also used lots of other hosting sites for quick, buildable, drag and drop team website builders. So there's plenty out there. You can get started very affordably with a website, and you just need about 3 pages in your website to get started. So you don't need, some people get stuck in creating this big, beautiful website. You don't need that to get started. You just need maybe one offer, one freebie, and an about page. That's really all you need to get started. So if you have a website and you just go to your about page, you can just have a look at that page. You can use ChatGPT to help you to create the elements of a magnetic and irresistible about page that shares. You can put in all of your academic qualifications, personal information. You can put that into ChatGPT and you can ask it to give you an amazing magnetic irresistible about page, and then have links. And on my about page, you can go to ashleymooney.com/about, and you can see my about page if you want to use it as a template or an example. I have images on there that anybody can use if they want to promote me, or if they want to invite me to be a guest on the podcast or show or whatever. So you can have your about page. You can have your media sort of pack on that page, or you can have that on a separate page. But it's about building your own stage. So that's like one part of that is your about page, where you have a place where people can go, where they can find out about you. And if you want, you can work with somebody. You can work with a coach. You can work with an angel buddy, an accountability buddy, and just share this. What do you think of this? Does it say what I do? Ask for support around that. So that would be the first thing, is your about page on your website. Your email list is the second thing. Start to build your email list, create that first free piece of content, and start to build your email list. When was the best time to build an email list? It was yesterday, last year, last month. When is the next best time? It's today. It's never too late. Today is the best day to start and build your email list. You're not behind. It's time, and it's now. So start to build your email list ASAP, because that's your main community. So you start to build your community, and that's where you will share on a regular basis. So you share something consistently, preferably at least weekly. At least weekly. You get online, you do a video, you write a blog, you do a live stream, you post on social media, whatever it is, but that you do something at least once a week. And a very simple formula is value CTA, value call to action, value call to action. That's a very simple formula. Of course, you can have call to action posts, and you can have just pure value posts, but I would strongly suggest that every single time that you post on social media or send an email or anything, any interaction, that you have a CTA, that you have a call to action, that you have somewhere that you're sending people afterwards, whether that's to a free piece to sign up to your email list, or whether it's to a paid program that they might be interested in. That's an obvious next step to the value content that you've posted. So that's one way. And the second way is becoming an expert in someone else's world. So becoming a guest on someone's podcast, or in their show, or in their Facebook group, becoming a guest writer on a blog, or you can even take, there's blogging platforms. There's like Medium, there's the Elephant Journal, there's tut.com. They have their own blogs, and you can guest blog on those platforms. All of these platforms are looking for guest blogs. They're looking for your material. So it's a great way. It does require work because you have to, you have to plan for this. You have to put some stuff together and send it out. But so that's two ways. So one is building your own audience, and two is somebody else's audience, becoming a guest in somebody else's community. And there are two practical ways for you to start tooting your own horn, being your own cheerleader, building your own stage, and being a show off. A book, an ebook, is one of not the simplest ways. It does require work because you have to put the work in, you have to write the thing, but it's easier than a lot of people think. And that can be your introduction. That can be your business card when you walk into any community, any room. Your book can be an opening, and it can also be a way for people to invite you onto their podcast to talk about the things that you are passionate about in your healing business. So let me just see if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's all I have to say about that. It's just so important for you to own that you're, at the moment, if you're starting off in your own business, you're going to have to be your own hype man. You're going to have to be the person that's out there bringing in the guest appearances on the podcast, communicating with your email list and social media community consistently. It's on you. There isn't anyone else coming to do that for you. And I talk about this in our power program. It's client enrollment. A lot of us love being stuck in the client delivery, just doing the healing work that we were born to do, part of our mission, part of our sacred contract. But there is this other vital thing, and that's client enrollment. And you need to do that. And of course, we can automate it. We can make it simpler. We can pay for ads on Facebook, YouTube, Google Ads to do the promotion for you. But you need to create the actual content that is sharing with the world how fucking amazing you are. So what happens if you decide not to share? If you decide not to tell people how amazing you are and about the results that you're getting from your healing gifts in the world, the results that clients are getting, what happens is no money comes in. You very quickly get burnt out, exhausted, lose confidence. Clients stop coming, money stops coming. And that is like a domino leading to losing confidence. Nobody wants my stuff, making up stories. I'm crap at this. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I should go and get a job. Go back to what I was doing before. And all of these, this domino just starts running then in the background. And it's not helpful, and it's not going to help you to get your gifts out into the world. So my darling, I hope this was useful. A little bit of a garbled, rambly podcast episode, but I hope it was useful in some way. And I hope that it inspires you to get visible. It's time to get visible. It's time to share your gifts with the world. It is time to make a difference. And your gifts are unique to you. There are some things that you are doing in the world that only you can do. And if you're not out there sharing, nobody can find you. And those gifts are lost. They're lost. We can't draw from that well of blessings that you're here to share with the world. So really, really, it's really, really important to start sharing your healing gifts with the world, my darling. Toot your own horn, be your own cheerleader, build your own stage, and be a show off with your healing gifts. Loads and loads of love. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and please share this podcast with anyone that you think would benefit from hearing this today or needs to hear this today. And if you go to ashlingmooney.com/plenty of free resources there to get you started. And if you want to go deeper with us and jump into our power community, go to ashleymooney.com/power, and we would be delighted to have you there into our community of spiritual entrepreneurs. Loads of love. See you soon.